Hi, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are in the new headquarters of the Scions in Revenant's Toll. This is what the inside... Oh, I think I have already been in here. Yeah. I remember last episode I was wondering what the hell Thancred was staring at. A couple of changes. We've got a new title, The Unsevered. I honestly can't remember what I got that title for. It says Missed the Cut Battle. I don't know. I can't remember. And we finally have all of the augmented gear, including 2 rings, bracelet, the necklace, and the earrings. So I don't know what else we use the Allagan Tombstones for from this point on. Perhaps that will become clear. So we are still pressing forward with the story. Let's continue to do that. Still waters. Truly there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifests were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the Concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. Yes, indeed. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by the lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. There's even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in service to a primal. We can ill afford to wait for the blades to realise their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Y'shtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence the 3 of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. We've done a lot of the hard difficulty dungeons as well. Still some that I haven't taken on, but to be honest with you, I'm not too fussed about getting them all done right now. And we still do need to do that one as well. So we did the Odin one. I think we've done all these. There is a hard version of that. I think I need to go back to Costa del Sol to pick it up. But as I've just explained, I'm not really concerning myself too much with those at the moment. I want to get ahead in the story. I'm up to kind of where I remember being with my previous main character. I think this mission that takes us to Horizon is one of the last ones that I did, possibly. I think we will actually teleport. Because I can. We're not quite as skint anymore, which is nice. Let's jump on the old... Oh no, don't need to do that. Gaiko, your assistance is most welcome. I've already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might better be spent in conversation with Fufu Lupa. He's the officer charged with leading the investigation. I would only be repeating that which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. I don't know if I had this minion following me around the last time. But we now have a wind-up onion knight. Happy days. Foo Looper. That sounds like a name that commands enormous respect. Oh, hello there, Gaiko, was it? Ishtola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We've yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than 1. Greater than 1. Ah, but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan Sunway. The cart bolted off towards eastern Thanalan, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. Speeding carriage. That would seem a curious choice of thieves. A curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amaljar do have a foothold in eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report. We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could. Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. Or on second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Thancred, wherever have you been off to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I just took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Amalja friends. And wouldn't you believe it, I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the Brass Blades intercept it. In all my years, I've never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. Somnus? The Blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they'd ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. Okay, so not the crystals. Is that so? Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Gaiko. Okay. Against all expectation, it would seem the Amalja are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such large quantities. It cannot be that we're dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Orangutan of our progress, or lack thereof.
さてと。俺だ、サンクレットだ。伝えておきたいことがあってね。
It always is. I'm pretty sure that Horizon gets attacked.
わかりました。何か動きがあれば連絡しましょう。それはそうとサンクレット。時折あなたを訪ねて女性の方がいらっしゃいます。いかに応じるべきでしょう。なるほど。無難にですか。なれば答えはレヴナンツトールにありと伝えましょう。あなたの思い人、あるいは旧敵は北方にありと。己の過去に勝りし敵はなしと申します。夢夢お忘れなきように。それでは。
He's in no mood for lewd banter.
どなたかこの国の王がどこにおわすか教えてはいただけぬか。
Nobody. I think we can just take the silver. Yeah, no. Don't know why I keep even checking that, to be honest. I think the Garland Ironwork stuff's the highest level stuff we can get until we start doing the Heaven's Ward missions. Any bright ideas? Solitary flash of insight? No, well then... Sorry, excuse me. For want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking for Fufalupa's brain again. Who knows, if we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. Oh, but it's good to see you return. I've been stood right next to you. I've given some thought to the matter, and I've just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Fufalupa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice so long, and then it came to me. What if there is someone among our own ranks conspiring with them, a traitor in our own midst? It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Fufalupa. Indeed, if for reasons of security the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. But such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret. To entrust the goods to, let's say, a lone Mikate miner, travelling without escort so as not to attract undue attention. Ooh. But who? Ah, I see. Yes, the concern may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed. And this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way, mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerley. A fine spot for a rest, would you not agree, Gaiko? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Ahem, forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Okay. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. I shall. That's code for look really intimidating. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I've demonstrated. My Magitech armor now does this. It doesn't do any damage, but it does look cool. Okay, so there we wait. Ooh, that's cool. What is that? Movement in the distance captures your eye. Boom. Oops. Easily dealt with. Why don't you look cute? That's a really good helmet. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed? Aye, I am. A gang of sea wolf thieves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea wolves? All of them? Aye, and all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. What's that? Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. I want that mining helmet. To Horizon then. Fufaloopa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. I'm sure he will. Alright then. Back to base. Bum, 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 bum. On behalf of the Brass Blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. You're welcome. But we've not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Ooh, well done. Is that so? Then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. No, I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him and made good his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? The men haven't been sampling that somnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea wolf, Leamington born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me apprised of any further developments. Any developments? Any at all. Yes, he's standing next to me. Understood. Is that for me? Here, our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed. Or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? Go on, nod. Yay! Right. Where to next? Oh, okay. Straight back to Thancred. That looks like the Palace Hall in Ul'dah. The antecedent bid me tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphenord awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident, I'm not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphenord has planned for you, I shall endeavour to track down our traitorous brass blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. Okay, if you say so. Try not to, you know, get possessed by an Ascian while I'm away. And no, you're never living that one down, Thancred. Sorry. Oh yeah, these people. You're late. What? I literally got here in record time, you little shit. No matter, I know where our visitors are headed. From what I've been able to gather, the vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You're familiar with Doma, yes? In Othard? No. Like the rest of the nations of the Eastern Continent, it's ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Ul'dah, Gaiko. Unless I'm mistaken, and I'm rarely mistaken, we will find the Dormans bickering with the Sultan Swan on the Royal Promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings. Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume they may be being pursued by some. And if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Repartee? Whatever. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. Yes, that's the stuck-up little shit I remember. Can we go up and over? We can. That way. This is the way to travel. Far above the concerns of those pedestrians on the ground. Off to see the Dormans. And this is where my recollection of what happens in the story basically finishes. So I'm pretty sure everything after this point, or at least very near to this point, will be brand new to me. Oh yeah, I'm also doing some post-Moogle quests. So I think that ends with us getting a special hat. Nothing much more important than that, but the hat's quite nice. So I probably will do those missions at some point. This way, I think. Yes. Or was it? Well, let's use an Aetherite. And just go straight to the promenade. Can we? No. Never mind. This way. Busting strip. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir. We have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you. Darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. Oh, I think she's an Aura. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphonord Le Villiers at your service, a friend. Which I believe makes me very nearly unique, in this part of the world at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourself to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Nod. Yes. To the quicksand. Leap from the balcony. Had another nice early finish at work today as well, which is part of the reason I'm recording this evening and not waiting to the weekend, which I've kind of taken to doing. Just the weekend gives me more time, and I'm feeling in much more of a kind of talkative mood than when I usually finish work. But yeah, as I said, we finished early today, so a little bit more energy than I normally have of a weekday night. Or a weeknight. I thought I'd monopolise on that. Doesn't happen often.
我が名はユーギリ。我らは東州オサード小大陸の辺境都市ドマから海を越えて逃れてきた。
逃れてきた。あまり良い言い回しではないようだが。
我らの故郷ドマはガレマール帝国の属州だった。無論望んでそうなったわけではない。少し前の話だ。帝国内で次期皇帝の座をめぐり内乱が勃発した。我らはそれを好機と考え反乱を起こしたのだが、そう敗れたのだ。私はドマにいた同族を隠れ里へ逃がした後、残った者たちを先導しエオルゼアへと打ち延びてきた。
まさか。
ああ、ご想像の通り。この世にはすでにドマという都市は存在せぬ。帝国による粛清により文字通り滅亡したのだ。
ではあなた方はこの国に難民の受け入れを求めているのか。
そうだ。先ほどの港町ベスパーベイといったか。あの港の沖に商船に偽装した大型船を停泊させている。難民たちの多くは帝国への反乱に参加した者とその家族。我らはその代表として交渉に来たのだ。どうにかこの国の王、あるいは権力者に談判できればと思い、このウルダハまでやってきたのだが、門前払いを食らっていたところだったのだ。
違法の民がこぞって王宮に押しかければそうもなろう。
Yeah, they've kind of already got a refugee problem on their
そこ
hands.
は浅はかだったよ。ドマを脱出してからというもの、ろくに食事も取れず、船の中には大勢の子供たちもいる。焦っていたのだ。それにここに来るまでの間、我らと同じような難民らしき群衆を見た。
なるほど。事情は理解できた。我々にとってもガレマール帝国は敵だ。いつあなた方と同じような境遇に陥るとも限らない。私が王宮に取り次いでみよう。 結果までは保証できないが、話くらいはできるはずだよ。
それは本当か？
任せてくれたまえ。こう見えてもお偉い方には顔が利くのでね。
かたじけない。助かる。
しかし夕霧殿、あなたは随分と変わった身なりをされている。それにこのエオルゼアでは見慣れぬ種族のようだね。
この格好については無礼を許してほしい。姿形が異なるものが現れればいらぬ騒ぎを呼びかねない。
I wonder if she is an aura then. I
そ
can't
うした経
remember.
験があるのでね。我らは助けを請う身。この地に不要な波風を立てたいわけではないのだ。
なるほど。それは賢明な判断だろう。無礼だなどとんでもない。気に
理解と心遣いに感謝する。
では私は早速ラウバーン局長に話をしてこよう。しばらくの間この方々の面倒を見てやってくれ。
What do you want me to do with them? Yeah, sorry, by the way, I don't talk. If you expect to be entertained, you're sad. I was going to say, where is everyone? If I may, sir, as I said earlier, we've been at sea for Start that again. If I may, sir, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for some several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. Too many S's in that sentence. I have not the heart to repeat the tale of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you've already offered so much, desperation compels me. Gentle sir, if you... don't call me gentle. If you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. Momodi, can you help? Hells, why didn't you say sooner, Gaiko? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow sea. Just sent word they can't come, meaning I've got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Haha. Go and call on Freduri and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order over to the Waking Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. Okay. I will be right back with your banquet. That's the right way. Bum, bum, bum. Just reading in the news today that Microsoft is going to be buying Activision Blizzard. It should be very interesting to see what happens as a result of that. She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mistress Momodi's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. Well, thankfully nobody asked her opinion. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man what can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. Interesting viewpoint. My, that's an odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instructions? Nope. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it, you mark my words. I think I remember hearing the bell. Yeah. Here you go. Oh yeah, Run's doing it's a Highlands exploration mission, so his is going to take the 18 hours, which is what Shift will be doing once she hits level 50. Because I'm still on the quest to get that fat cat. It's been something that's kind of been a mainstay of this series. Ever since I saw that person with one, I was like, ooh, where do I get one? And I've had the money at some point to buy it outright, but it doesn't feel like the thing to do. Right, here we go. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Yugiri that it's all in hand. It's all in hand. I dared not hope for such magnanimity. Much less expect it. Mistress Mordi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you'll be pleased with his reply. We've been granted an audience. For the Sultana and the Syndicate both. We should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You've done much for us, Master Alphenard. I swear we shall return the favour. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favour you've fairly won with your words, and it's with your words that you must win the favour of the Syndicate. And I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the Dormans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us on the Royal Promenade. See you in a bit. To the Royal Promenade. Oh. Behind me. So this is actually episode 19, I think, which means, considering what I promised in the last video, was it? I think it was. The 20th episode is going to be the Gold Saucer special. So the one directly after this will be a very, very, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It will be a very special episode. Pleasure Gaiko, the others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. Nice hat.
会談に応じていただき感謝いたす。砂の女王よ。本来ならば東方ゆかりの品々を持参し礼を尽くすべきところ。しかし落ち人たる我らには富も時間もありませぬ。無礼を承知で嘆願させていただきたい。我らドマの民をウルダ派に受け入れてくださらぬか。
ウルダ派第17代国王ナナモウルナモである。夕霧と言ったか。まずは楽にされよ。アルフィノより話は聞いている。何でも ガレマール帝国に祖国を滅ぼされたというが。
さようです、陛下。帝国は現在次期皇帝争いを起とした内乱の渦中。内乱の影響は帝都はもちろん辺境にまで及んでおります。我々ドマの民はその混乱に乗じ、ガレマール帝国からの独立戦争に挑んだものの敗北。従属
飛行らはドマからの船で海を渡ったという。難民の数はいかほどだろうか。
商船に偽装した大型船が1隻。その戦争には200を超える同胞が身を寄せ合っております。ただこちらで受け入れていただけるようなら、可能な限り同胞を呼び寄せたいと願っております。無論ただでなどと都合の良いことは思っておらぬ。我らを兵や働き手として使って構わない。
どうであろう、サカツ州の方々。
いい提案ではないか。第7零祭からこっち、復興やら開拓やらで人手が不足しているのは確かなのだ。
彼はミラージュトラストの総帥テレジ・アデレジだ。ウルダハ金融界を牛耳っている男さ。
異国の民だ。法の整備は必要になろうが、それを前提とした上でも受け入れを検討して良いのではないか。
残念ながら賛成はできかねますな。
なぜです、ロロリト殿。
現状を見よ。零細難民とアラミゴからの流民ですでにウルダハは溢れているではないか。しかもそのほとんどはすでに5年以上も居座ったままだ。不滅隊が打ち出した難民救済策により、難民に支払う援助金は増える一方、かつて黄金都市と呼ばれた面影もないほど国庫の状況は逼迫しておるではないか。とてもではないが、異国の民など受け入れる余裕はない。それに近頃は難民による犯罪も増えている。テレジ・アデレジ殿にも報告が上がっていよう。難民の多くは職を持てず悪事に手を染めている。今や不滅隊と同人団を回しても検挙しきれぬほどになっているのだ。
彼はロロリト、東アルデナード商会の会長で100億ギルの男と言われるほどの富豪だ。サカツ州における事実上の最高権力者だよ。
ロロリト、いくら財政が逼迫しているからとはいえ、夕霧の一団くらいの受け入れは可能なはず。犯罪に関してもきちんと法を引き直し。
これは面白いことを申されますな、七も陛下。その法とやらいつになったら応答派から提示していただけるのです？アラミゴからの難民がザナラーンに集い何年になります。あの時も法だと言いながら結局は放置同然にリトルアラミゴを渡しただけではありませぬか。
Ooh, methinks he's taking the piss.
口が過ぎるぞ、ロロリト殿。
They go and slap him.
しかし人は宝だぞ。将来的にこのウルダ派を強くする礎となるやもしれん。労働者としての受け入れを再度検討してみるのは。
だからテレジ・アデレジ殿はぬるいと言われるのだ。人や金は国の柱だ。国の礎は堅固な統治に他ならない。今必要なのはウルダ派を強くする礎だ。 風化した礎に柱を立てたところでウルダ派を強くすることなどできようか。そういえばテレジアデレジ殿、最近はプラチナミラージュも売り上げが振るわないようではないか。安い賃金で難民をこき使った結果、質まで落ちてきているのではないかね。
双方落ち着かれよ。では採決を取りたい。ドマからの難民を受け入れるか否か。受け入れに賛成の者はこの場に残り、反対の者は退出していただきたい。
Oh dear.
すまぬ夕霧よ。この国では王の力などこの程度のものなのだ。王権は弱まり、今やサカツ州の合議なくして国は動かせぬ。わらわが不甲斐ないばかりに。
いえ、七もウルナも陛下、ご検討いただいただけでもありがたき幸せ。
I say we employ them at the
しかし
Rising Stone.
腹立たしい。リトルアラミ
Build ourselves an army of
陸
Dormans.
路による東方貿易を放棄した奴の責任もあるではないか。遥か遠方から必死の思いで来たのだ。何とかしてやりたいのだが。
ようやくグランドカンパニーを軌道に乗せたというのに、この国は未だ一つになりきれてはおらん。共和派、いやロロリトが力を持ちすぎている。このままではいずれ。すまない、内輪の話だな。一体
Okay. So they can't live in Ul'dah. What do we want? Is it yellow? No, sorry, let's take the money. Right. What else can we do, Raban? As you observed, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah! I will waste no more words on him. Not when the Dormans are yet in need of aid. Everyone follow me to the Hall of Flames. Everyone watch as I disappear. Whee! Splat. So... I think perhaps I may have played a little bit further than this point. Little fragments of familiarity are creeping back. I was thinking about joining a free company the other day as well. Obvious benefits of doing that is a much more social experience of the game. Right up until this point, I've basically just played through solo. I've had a couple of invites and a few people message me and say like, hey, join our free company. And I've declined, or just ignored most of them, to be fair. Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The monetarists have made their position clear. Agreed, Ul'dah is not an option. Nor Olympsa, Laminsa, or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs, which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. What's the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment? Would that I had more time to find an alternative, place not bound by the concerns of the great nation. Ah, yeah, of course, the Rising Stone. Minfilia, that is precisely what I wish to discuss. Or Revenant's Toll, not specifically the Rising Stone. I understand the Syndicate's decision, I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to offer to accept us for a limited time? A week mayhap, or even just a few days? Excellent, I shall keep you informed. Lady Yugiri, I have a proposal, if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphanard. The headquarters of my order, the Science of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it's frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they are in need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labour, lest you doubt, with naught save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself propose, Lady Yugiri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphanard, once again I find myself in your debt. Get a room, you two. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labour and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Ul'dah Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Gaiko. Arg. Lady Yugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. Bye. So we have to now go and speak to Alphanord. Oops. Why am I running into a post? It's in the quicksand. Yes. He's at the pub. We are concerned that Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship, with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Mamodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Dormans until such a time as they're ready to set out to Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Hi. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the Immortal Flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. We're at a small number, mayhap it would go unnoticed. But the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Very well. We should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that's befallen these good people, it's the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Yugiri. And you in reverence toll, my lord. Ooh, look at this, alliances being made and relationships being forged, and that Lalafell behind the bar waving at us. Well, it sounds like we all have work to do. Lady Yugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? And order some drinks while you're at it. I would entrust the task of escorting our dormant friends to you, after you've rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? Nod. Alright, back to it. You needn't concern yourself with affairs here, Gaiko. I'm more than capable of overseeing preparations for the remaining caravans. Should other dormant vessels arrive, I will inform the antecedent at once. Checking. Nope. As we speak, the Dormants prepare for departure at Vesper Bay, where from they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Gaiko, I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process, but through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done. Do it. Speak with a man named Hosen when you arrive. As Lady Yugiri tells it, he's been designated as the leader of the first group. To Vesper Bay. I don't really need to use one of these, but I'm going to anyway. Oops. Yep. Right, let's go and speak to the leader of the first group. Hello, Hosan. Greetings. Alphanod informed me that a Scion would be arriving to help with the preparations. I'm honoured to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. I knew from a glance what manner of man you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle. Might I trouble you to help round up the children that have been given into my care? They're most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I've failed. I don't need to be playing hide and seek with your kids. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son, Eorzea. He can tell you more. Yes, I do remember this bit. Look, just tell me where your snot-nosed friends are, so I can get on with my day. Oh, hello there. I'm Eorzea, son of Hosen. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear we're travelling by horse-bird-drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses. You shut your mouth. Don't you talk about Baxterionamon that way. What's that? You're looking for the others. Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I'll need your help though. We were just finishing a game of hide and seek. Oh, joy of joys. 3 players are still in hiding, and since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. Bashful geezer. Okay. I don't care. Get to the damn transport. Get to the chopper! That was a terrible, terrible impression. I'm never going to do that again. I think one of them's in here. Nope. Where are you at, you brat? Ugh. Nope. I swear to God, I'll get my big stompy mech out and I'll come and shoot you. Alright, that's it. Next child I find is getting crushed to a pulp under my foot. You. If only. How did you find me? Bah, I guess I need to practice more. No, go away. And there's the other one. Don't care. Alright, Hosan. Rounded up your cosseted offspring. Get a move on. Wonderful. All the children are accounted. Hide and seek? I see that you're curious. Yeah, okay. Don't care. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father, Hormei, will be travelling in the lead carriage together with young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road to Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by your brass blades, it would give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you're ready to leave, please inform my coachman. I'm ready to go now. I was born ready. Let's move, coachman. Giddy up and all that. Oh, for God's sake. A fierce looking beast has been sighted south of the bridge to Hammerley. Might be as someone's eyes are playing tricks on him, of course. But it doesn't pay to gamble in this business. I know you can handle yourself in a fight, but this lot here are another story. I was thinking you might go on ahead and have a quick look around. Make sure the area is safe, like. If you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. Satisfied the way is clear. Meet us outside Horizon. Blades tell me the road there is safe. So I reckon we can make it that far on our own. Assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is. Okay. There was a kid over there called you queer, by the way. Off we go. Destination. You feel an eye upon you. Literally. Okay, back to Horizon. I think we're clear. So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? Haha. I think this is where Horizon gets attacked by the things and we have to set explosives out the front, I think. Well fought, sir, well fought. If only I were in better health. I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pay my son no mind. He forgets that his responsibilities preclude acts of daring do. Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten. Lady Yugiri's kinsmen least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life. All this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? Live well. In kind, father. To she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Revenant's toll will grow and prosper by our hands. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Oh, I've just read that bit. What the hell? Hey, Mr. Gaiko. Haru and I want to know why you became an adventurer. To go wither the wild rose blooms. To amass a fortune. To win glory. To gain power. Why did I become an adventurer? That's a very good question, kid. What's Gaiko's motivation? Glory? Fortune? Power? To gain power. To kick some ass. I knew it. That's what I told Kaharu, but she didn't believe me. It's my turn now. Excuse me, Mr. Gaiko, I've got a question. What's Revenant's Toll like? Is it pretty? It is a stone's throw from Imperial Castrum. It's home to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. It's bastion of civilization in a harsh and unforgiving wilderness. It's a bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers. It's home to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. That's us. It's me. Oh, so you live there with your friends. That means you'll always be there to protect us. No. I'm rarely there. Enough, Kaharu. It's my turn again. Mr. Gaiko, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Train every day. Fight ferocious beasts. Seek out new experiences and adventures. Buy weapons and armor from Rowena. I'd say train every day. Aha, so my father was right. How do you do it then? Come on, tell me, and don't leave anything out. Alright, that's enough questions for Mr. Gaiko. That's not fair. Why does Eorzea get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. God, kids, just shut up. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? Let's be very diplomatic. Oh. What? You just going to say yes? Don't encourage him. Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Mr. Gaiko. I won't forget it, especially when I'm getting my head chewed off by some ravening beast in a dungeon somewhere. I'm going to be an adventurer too, and you're dead meat as well. When we get to Revenant's Toll, let's make an adventurers guild for Dormans. Please don't. Protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Mr. Gaiko and Lady Yugiri. God, I've already become a legend. You could talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Apparently so. And thus began Gaiko Kujin's most annoying coach ride ever. Back into the city. How come we're travelling? Why am I going back to Ul'dah? Shouldn't my next stop be Revenant's Toll? Or are we still sorting out the details of the caravans? I guess we're still sorting out the details. Ah, Gaiko. I take it the first group has arrived. Excellent. Is there aught else? No, I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Yugiri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. It's past time Lady Yugiri met with the guild representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I did not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanalan which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Dorman delegation for the duration of the journey. Speak first with Slathborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Dormans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Yugiri to Minfilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting tie should stand the Dormans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, Gaiko. Back to Revenant's Toll. It'd be really cool if Revenant's Toll became like a giant seat of power, and like overtook all of the other nation states in like influence and general strength, based off the back of the work of immigrants. As all good nations do start, you know. It's a time-honoured tradition. People seem to forget that. And this must be the esteemed Lady Yugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the Toll. I hope you do not find our dearth of fineries off-putting. Poor though we may seem, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. See, race and creed don't enter into it here. We welcome all sorts, provided they're willing to earn their keep, of course. We're no strangers to hard work, Master Slathborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. For I understand I give the same speech to all new arrivals, and you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We are both frontier hands as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Slathborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. I'm very positive about everything that's happening at the moment. Our guests have yet to meet the antecedent. Seven hells, Gaiko. Why are you wasting time with me? See them to the Rising Stones. I will. Stop telling me what to do. Come on, this way. To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you at the Rising Stones anon. I feel like the interior of the Rising Stone, or the interior of the Seventh Heaven, should have the that familiar music from Final Fantasy VII there. It's Tifa's theme. Personal preference, you understand. Hiya, brought guests. The image that I got from the little quest thing that popped up indicated you had a scowl on your face. I assume you're not very happy about this. There's no use. Or are you pissed off about something else? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Our attempts to reach the students of Baldesion continue to meet with failure. Orangutan has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We will persevere, of course, yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fare the Dormans? I am given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unsolved. No, I absolutely don't. I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees, not when it was within our power to help them. Lady Yugiri is here. Please show her in. I should very much like to meet her. Meet her you shall. I really wanted to take that hood off, because I'm pretty sure she's the same as me. Except smaller and female. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady, but are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event that Revenant's toll could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it's been a pleasure, antecedent. Alas, we must take our leave, as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Slathborn. Lady Yugiri, Gaiko. It's all going very swimmingly so far. Usually is a prelude to something going horrifically wrong. Larmin and I will make all the necessary preparations to ensure that our Doman friends feel at home upon their arrival. Though I must admit I'm still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Stoller should be returning anon with a report from the field. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon her arrival. I will. Everyone's having a nice old chat. Hey up, who's this? What news?
どうだ足取りはつかめたか
ええ、思った通り犯人は海賊団海蛇の下の連中ね。
やはりそうか。
こっちに何か動きはあった？
いや、静かなものさ。アマルジャ族は時折フリートを召喚しているが、溜め込んでいたクリスタルを使っているようだ。ウリエンジェからも目立った動きは報告されてない。
決まりね。
どういうこと？
ここ最近頻発していたザナラーンのクリスタルの消失。でも実際には流れていた先は海の向こう。
ビルブランド。
バイ。
ラノシアに？確かにしばらくおとなしかったサハギン族がここに来て活発に動いているという情報があるけど、まさかバンシン・リヴァイアさんを召喚しようとしているの？
残念だけどその通りよ。先の甘地な鉱山者の事件を追ううちに海賊の関連を匂わせる証拠を見つけたの。そこで国家団の調査隊に同行した結果、サハギン族によるバンシン・リヴァイアさんの召喚は目前に迫っているとの結論に達したわ。そして 奴らは不滅なるものという何かしらの力を手に入れている。
Ooh. Ah. Hmm.
このエーテルの乱れ、想像以上ね。やはり神下ろしの準備を。
There is the explanation. Oh, it's that guy? No, it's not him.
すべての準備は整った。我らが神を招き、ヒレナシどもを一掃する。そしてこの力を解き放って不滅なるものへと昇華し、あの方と同じ永遠なる時を手に入れる。
あの方、不滅なるものとは一体。
Hmm.
ここまでか。
Run away. Okay, so I guess we have to go and attune ourselves to that aetherite and enter Leviathan's lair.
不滅なるもの。
The gift of knowledge? Does it
二人と
mean
も
the
大丈夫？
echo?
今あなたも見たのね。
I did, I got the same blinding headache you did.
不滅なるもの。永遠の時。つまりは不死の存在。
Ah.
おそらく白き衣のアシエン。
It's an Ascian
ア
thought,
シ
is
エン
it?
エリディブスが言っていたことよ。
Mm.
だとしたらあのサハ銀族は超える力を持っているというの。
Who knows?
メルウィブ提督から晩春リヴァイアさん召喚の阻止、それに万が一の事態に備えて暁の力を借りたいと申し出があったわ。
晩春問題となれば断る理由
The
はありませ
Admiral
ん。
always has my full
リムサロミン
cooperation.
さえ迎えましょう。
Can't say no to a woman in uniform.
私も行きます。タダルさん、留守をお願いね。
No, don't put Tataru in charge.
おいおい、本気かミンフィリア。
Yeah, no, absolutely not wise.
どうしても確かめなくてはならないことが。
Also, I like the way that he just openly belittled her in front of everyone.
答えがあるのかもしれない。
仕方ない。俺も行こう。もしもの時には名手様は俺が守るさ。
ありがとう、サンクレット。
So, hang on a minute. How many people are actually leaving to
何か
go on this
起き
mission?
たようだな。
Yes, you could say that.
エオルゼアを脅かしている旧敵。
晩春。
私たち暁の血命はその敵を排除するために動いている。この
Yay!
ならば私も力を貸そう。皆には世話になっている。少しでも恩を返したい。幸い腕には少し自信がある。
それは助かるわ。私たちには少しでも戦力が必要なの。それにあなたにとってもエオルゼアが抱える問題を知るいい機会になるかもしれないわね。
That's my line. You can't nod. That's all I can do. Next. Plainly, should the worst come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventuality inevitable. Yet, so long as there is even a chance of the primal's return might be prevented, we must needs bend all our efforts towards achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. I am giddy with excitement about going to see the Admiral. Also, while I'm there, I can check my ventures. I don't think anyone's finished theirs. Well, I know Grund hasn't finished his, definitely not. Whether Schiff has finished hers or not, I don't know. Eight minutes. Hi everyone. Admiral. What? Lower decks? Oh, we need to go to the lift in the thingy. The lift in the thingy. Because that's its technical name. Oh yeah, funny slash irrelevant story. Not necessarily funny either. Came back from work and I thought, right, get in, chill out for a bit, do some stuff. Stuck my key in the lock to my door, did not open. Turned, but didn't open. So I spent about 15 minutes outside my own bloody room trying to get the lock to turn. It's done it before, and also, weirdly enough, so has my housemates. And it's slightly concerning, because at some point, it's not going to work. I can see me trying to force the key, snapping it off in the lock, and basically locking myself out of my own room, which would be horrifically annoying. I may have to speak to the estate agent about that one. There you go, wasn't that a hilarious story? So, welcome friends, I take it Y'shtola has apprised you of the situation. Let's waste no time then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thanlan to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Oh, look at that, we're arrayed in like height order, although she's slightly shorter than Y'shtola. Needless to say, I'm not inclined to let the fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning. We would welcome the Scions' support in this endeavour. But if gods forbid our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Count on us. Lady Minfilia, I'm given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reasons for doing so. Yeah, she sits on her ass and does bugger all most of the time, except for getting hurt and kidnapped. I do, Admiral, but I'd rather not be drawn... I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I'm not so stubborn as to deny the wish of one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. That's settled. Let us speak of the operation. Lieutenant Kujin, Our scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements within the Sapsa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operation staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith, that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falk Brider has charge of the garrison. Roger that. I like the fact that it actually uses your rank when you're having military conversations. I can't get promoted any higher than Lieutenant 2nd grade at the moment as well, so I want the opportunity to rise further in the ranks of the Maelstrom. And I believe I can only do that by completing the story missions. Camp Skull Valley. I need to leave. I believe that's Western Thanalan, isn't it? Oh, Western Lanoske, sorry. Something has just happened on the BBC News app. I don't know if you could hear my phone suddenly making a very dramatic BBC noise. I forgot it did that. Alright. Let's fly. Let's see what just happened in the news. The Prime Minister is due to set out next steps on England's Plan B COVID rules on Wednesday, with government saying decisions finally balanced but data encouraging. Okay. I see. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Stomp, 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 stomp. Minigun. Stomp, stomp. Oh god, yeah, I was looking at some of the airsoft weapons on one of the sites. I think it was DEF CON. And just talking to my brother, going through some of the weapons that look cool. And I thought, I wonder what the most expensive one is. Scroll to the end. There's a goddamn Vulcan Minigun. An airsoft minigun. We were both like, this is complete. It's so unnecessary. When would you ever get the chance to use a minigun? I mean, obviously, it would have to be outdoors, but holy shit. It'd be impressive to see, don't get me wrong, but it's like thousands of pounds. And I just don't see the point. What's that? What is he being done? Oh, okay. Let's get that off the quest list. I don't know what that is. I've forgotten. Okay. I'll go and do that. Just a quick detour. If I hadn't already got flying, I wouldn't even be bothering doing this, but I can fly all the way across Bronze Lake, which is actually quite beautiful. Close the map and scroll out a bit. In fact, turn the whole thing. Look at that. That's really nice. I should do more of this, flying around and looking at things. Anyway. Mission accomplished, whatever it was. Here, have you swept the sellswords out of the place? Palace. Oh, it was one of the dungeons. I think they truly deserve succor. Can you imagine losing your entire being to hatred? Little wonder the Tonberries became monsters. Neither of us are strangers to hate, growing more spiteful with each passing day is sadly the province of those who are shunned by all around them. Okay. Yet malice will turn us all into monsters. Tonbury told me as much wonder. I didn't think Tonburys could talk. Gave me pause to think of wandering for ages with a heart ruled by rancour. I, the Tonburys, have known more than their fair share of hard times. So from here on out, I want to make sure where they live stays a sanctuary. Fortunately, while there's venturers like yourself about to knock invaders out, we won't have to fear for the Tonburys. Now, we're off for a right old reunion. Good fortune to you, friend. Ah. 2,000 gil. Bloody pittance. Right, back across the Bronze Lake. We haven't got any of these yet. Oh, we can earn ones with the Sahagin and the Kobolds. But the Sylphs and the Amalja, we haven't yet gotten to the... I think it's friendly. We are... Yeah, we're friendly with the Kobolds and the Sahagin, but we're not... We're only recognised with the Amalja and the Sylphs. Haven't done enough of their Beast Tribe missions. So maybe we should do some of that. Not on recording, obviously. Because that is just, it's relentless grinding doing those missions. And you can only do a certain number of them per day. I think your allowance is like, is it 3, 6, 9, 12? Don't know if that's increased actually since my standing's risen, but I'm assuming not. Right, we've arrived. Nope, not you. I think I've been expecting you, Scion, at 7th Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we'll prevent Leviathan's return. Okay. What do we need to do? As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoitre the Sapsa spawning grounds. Sarsaparilla spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe of the likes of this before. We must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet, their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it's not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa, all told. Here, take this flask of restorative. Tend those who've been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion if they've perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. We can't afford to lose you now. Later on, maybe. But not right now. Not yet. Nope. Incoming. Oh. Is there something here? Oh, hello. I can't use that. No, 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 no. Oh, for God's sake! Click the goddamn thing! Oh. Thank you, I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we were, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue. I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. I will, fear not. Right, I'm actually going to switch back to using Baxterionomon as a mount. So It's all well and good riding around on a bloody Magitech thing, but I do miss me Chocobo. I don't know if I should even say this. Every time I look at his name, the Unsevered, it makes me think of somebody who's, let's just say, yet to have a certain procedure on their male anatomy. I don't know why it makes me think of that, but it does. Probably because there's something wrong with me. I want you as a healer, please, mate. Can you be healed? Oh, the corpses. The dead. Shit. I love that. Standing over a corpse. Can you be healed? Absolutely not. I think you'll find it's beyond healing. And they show up as flowers. Yeah. Mutilated corpses. That's not very nice. Right, nothing else here. That's a good quest line. The Rise and Fall of Gentlemen. Introduced to a very eccentric character, and it's quite a nice story arc thing. That, I imagine, will save for its own special series of episodes, because it goes on for quite a long time. Bloody hell, is it funny. You return, thank the navigator. When I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise, but tell me, what became of the others? They're dead. Dear gods, sob. These wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. I dread to think what may have become of the two who remain unaccounted for. I pray they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Many Bothans died to bring us this information. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalises the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. Okay. Check. Nope. What's all this then? Thrice damned fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. Bold claim. Oh, hi. Peace, Commander. We're here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand, savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. I don't believe you. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass at the Aetherite in the depths of Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready, but we await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. But we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetherite and eliminate the Sahagin priest presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagin's legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault, and have the subsequent units fan out to cover their flank. At the self-same moment, a diversionary squad formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. In likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Sahagin defensive efforts. Gaiko and Y'shtola, 2 of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversion should serve to thin the enemy's defences, rendering your path less perilous. Lovely. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Thancred and Yugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin out as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take to your heels and circle round to join the infiltration unit of Y'shtola and Gaiko. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetherite, accompanied by Lady Minfilia, as was agreed. It seems interesting that both of you are going to be in one unit. I would split that. Because if you both die, that's the leader of the Scions and the Admiral of the Maelstrom dead. Terrible tactical decision. Well, don't let me keep you, friends, to battle. When last did we fight side by side, Gaiko? Too long ago, I warrant. But come, let us away. I can remember when we fought side by side. It was episode 2. 16 episodes ago. Wow. At least I think so. Oh, that's the last time I remember anyway. Or did we fight together at Castrum Sentry? I don't remember. Fought so many battles. Right. What we got? Well, that's you. Summoning rituals taking place at the Beastman Aetherite deep within. Thither we must go. Obstructing our way is a multitude of checkpoints. It'd be well advised to dispatch as many enemies as possible along the way. That we might avoid later interference. Let's take separate routes and merge before the Aetherite. The better to confuse the enemy sentinels. I'll go this way then. Checkpoint 1 complete. Approaching checkpoint 2. Checkpoint 2 complete. Oh, maybe not. Checkpoint 2 complete. Moving to checkpoint 3. Double speed. Hit him with the book. Checkpoint 3 neutralized. Right, mount up and let's move forward. Oh, Y'shtola, are you okay? Oh, what happened to you? Pray do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. It's a flesh wound. Come, the Aetherite's close at hand. Let's press on. If you're sure you're okay. Stop right there. Enough of this blaspheming. Shall not stand for this. Damn them.
民間人に国家団誘拐してテンパードにしたのね。
Did not expect voice acting there. Good shot, Thancred.
待たせたな。
For once, no. Damn, she's badass. Ooh, yeah. You do that. I must needs forsake elegance with efficiency, so proceeds to do the most gaudy, flashy knife trick. Huh? Damn. Yep. Bing bong. Get back. I've got a twig. I'm not afraid to use it. Yes, we get the point. You're very angry. Let's slap them down and be on our way. Ah, yes. Thank you, Admiral. I'll forgive you anything. Anything at all. You handsome specimen of a woman. At least act like you're going to defend yourself, Minfilia. That was just gormless staring. Yeah, I'm just going to stand here and look really stupid. Who are you calling shriveled? Have you seen your skin? Bloody hell. I disagree. That sounds unpleasant, I'll pass. Alright, that's enough of that. Ow, my head. It's the echo. What? So it is true. I'm glad you think it's transcendent, because all it really seems to do for me is give me flashbacks, huge headaches, and kind of by extension make me unable to be possessed by primals, but you know, that's a benefit. Sure you are.
創世の湧水に生まれし青き神よ、起源にて汚れた大地を清めんとする意図高き神よ、今こそ我の肉体をよりしろに一族に救えよ。水神リヴァイアさんよ、来たりませ。
I would laugh my balls off if nothing happened. Stop killing him, it's pointless. Oh, actually, no, it's not pointless. Keep killing them. Here it comes. Oof. Leviathan's one of the cooler primals. Mm.
我は不滅になったのではないのか。白き衣の者よ、これは
Promise to be everlasting. Shh. Well. Ah, yeah. Say you?
リヴァイアさんがそちらに出現しただと。分かった。残存艦を編成して撤退しろ。構わん。餌は海賊どもにくれてやれ。
You are the pirates.
海洋で陽動作戦に当たっていた国家艦隊が
Oh god.
万神リヴァイアさんに襲われ大打撃を被ったらしい。
The diversion worked too well. They all got killed.
リヴァイアさんは西ラノシア沖に移動した。なぜだ。なぜここではなく沖に出たのだ。まさか大海嘯を起こすつもりか。
Maybe. Okay, on that, I was going to say on that tidal wave, on that cliffhanger, we will leave it there. next time we will go chasing after Leviathan and hopefully bring it down. Looking forward to one of the cooler primal fights. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. It's goodbye from myself. From I was going to say Baxterionomon, but he just withdrew shortly before that cutscene. Carbuncle and Wind Up Onion Knight, welcome to the crew. How are you finding it so far? You look almost as jittery as Carbuncle. Oh, ow, my shins. Ah, get off. That really hurt. Okay, bye.